It all started when I was browsing YouTube one day. I'm a huge virtual reality fan, so when I was searching for PlayStation virtual reality in particular, I found this YouTube channel called PSVR Without Parole. I noticed they were pretty big and they had lots of views, so I decided to check out their content. That's when the trouble started. I was watching their podcast. They had these 3 hosts, and as I was watching them and listening to their incredibly boring and soulless conversations with one another, my eyes just started to get so heavy. It was so bizarre. I tried to fight it, but their content was so sleep-inducing that I eventually passed out. I woke up in a daze. I was laying on the floor. My trousers were pulled down to my knees. There was a terrible aching from my butthole and a smell of cat piss. It was just everywhere. When I realized what had happened to me, I just felt dead inside. I didn't sleep. I didn't talk to anyone. I just couldn't feel clean. My name is Petrifying Pumpkins, and I'm a PSVR Without Parole survivor. It all started when I was browsing YouTube one day. I'm a huge virtual reality fan, so when I was searching for PlayStation virtual reality in particular, I found this YouTube channel called PSVR Without Parole. I noticed they were pretty big and they had lots of views, so I decided to check out their content. That's when the trouble started. I was watching their podcast. They had these 3 hosts, and as I was watching them and listening to their incredibly boring and soulless conversations with one another, my eyes just started to get so heavy. It was so bizarre. I tried to fight it, but their content was so sleep-inducing that I eventually passed out. I woke up in a daze. I was laying on the floor. My trousers were pulled down to my knees. There was a terrible aching from my butthole and a smell of cat piss. It was just everywhere. When I realized what had happened to me, I just felt dead inside. I didn't sleep. I didn't talk to anyone. I just couldn't feel clean. My name is Petrifying Pumpkins, and I'm a PSVR Without Parole survivor. It all started when I was browsing YouTube one day. I'm a huge virtual reality fan, so when I was searching for PlayStation virtual reality in particular, I found this YouTube channel called PSVR Without Parole. I noticed they were pretty big and they had lots of views, so I decided to check out their content. That's when the trouble started. I was watching their podcast. They had these 3 hosts, and as I was watching them and listening to their incredibly boring and soulless conversations with one another, my eyes just started to get so heavy. It was so bizarre. I tried to fight it, but their content was so sleep-inducing that I eventually passed out. I woke up in a daze. I was laying on the floor. My trousers were pulled down to my knees. There was a terrible aching from my butthole and a smell of cat piss. It was just everywhere. When I realized what had happened to me, I just felt dead inside. I didn't sleep.
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this? Indeed. Because we're here. Hello, Decepticon.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Are we live? Are we here?
I think we're live.
Is this it?
We'll see
Look
if the
at
chat...
you crying in the shower there. Look at you crying in the shower.
Don't be looking at me crying in the shower. That's me at my lowest low.
Washing that cat piss off you.
I can never... You
Cat
can't
piss
get rid
stank.
of this. You can't get rid of that stank.
Not after you watch that parole.
I've left that
it
window.
lingers forever. Your
The windows
room will
have been
linger
open.
forever.
That yellow stain. Oh, what a terrible color. How am I supposed to read that?
The color of this Miller High Life.
No,
actually.
not that. It's David Segerson and Fozzie Bear. Lads, I'm gonna have to change the color of that. That's not
minus
cool.
that. Minus. I
You
got
read out those
line.
comments, because I can't. I
got a lavalier minus.
I gotta redo that again. Gotta re-roll the colors. I wish I could pick the colors. Why won't it let me pick the colors? It's like a random thing that happens. There we go. Orange will do. David Segerson says, funny thing is, you keep going back, and the same thing happens each time. What are you talking about, David Segerson? Are you saying I'm asking for it? Because nobody's asking for that. Alright?
What's he asking?
Check yourself.
What's he want?
I think he's implying it. What comments did I miss, Decepticon?
Get well soon. Thoughts and prayers.
Thank you. Sean Simmons is here. What's up on and rolling? What's up on and roll. Oh, he's saying we're on and we're rolling. We're live.
We're on. We're
We're
rolling.
live.
We're
It's
live.
happening.
It's
Minus
happening.
says nice.
It's happening.
Donnie is here.
It's
How you doing,
happening.
Donnie? Geisen is here. What's up, Geisen? The GS, as I'm calling them from now on, or the SG. I don't know. Anyway,
The SG.
welcome to episode number 12 of Touch and
Holy
Tips.
shit.
12
Holy
episodes.
shit, we
Decepticon.
made it. Why haven't
Did
we
you think
stopped
we'd make
yet?
it this far?
No.
Did you think we'd make it to 12?
No.
What's the
No.
what number do we stop at? Like, what number do we just admit this isn't working?
Never. It just goes.
We just keep going?
It just goes.
Okay, we just keep going.
999.
999, and then we stop.
And that's
We
it.
stop. Don't go that extra one. Donnie says, be a thumb smasher. Thank you, Donnie. I appreciate that. David Segerson says, how's it going? Good question. How is it going, Decepticon? How's your week been?
My week's been good. How's your week been?
My week's been...
Baby's back, family back.
Yeah.
That's Brandon.
It's been rough. It's been a rough week. I feel like I'm tired all the time.
Nothing done.
I'm not sleeping. I'm not getting much sleep at all because I got Death Stranding to play. I got babies to mind.
Reviews, review copy.
Yeah. That was annoying too. I just wanted to play Death Stranding or Stream Firewall, and instead I had to do a Doctor Who review, which I don't mind doing. It's a privilege in a way.
But
So
we're going to talk about that.
we will talk about that. Let's not jump ahead just yet.
No.
But what we should talk about is our first topic.
Should
we do that? Should we do
Your
straight
Patreon?
in? Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. You know what? I should open up that list on my phone because I forgot all about that. I spend all day making this list and then I forget about it. Decepticon, would you be a deer? Do you think you could post a link? No, I should do that actually.
What is it?
14 viewers and 6 likes. Where's the Lloyd?
9.
This is minus.
We
Thank
got
you,
9 likes now.
Minus putting the
It's up to
sweats.
9.
Putting the sweats on them. Minuses are heavy.
He's yell at him, yell at him. Push
He's
him,
gonna break
bully
some
him,
kneecaps.
Bully him. He'll stand outside
That's
the
it.
doorway with his arm crossed like
yeah.
this. Don't let him in. Don't let him in.
I just want to share this on Twitter before we get into it because that's what I wanted to do. That's something I always forget to do. So let me do that real quick. Okay? Decepticon, entertain our guests. Alright, juggle something. Can you juggle?
No.
I thought Italians could juggle.
Here, I'll drink more beer. How about that?
Beer? Okay.
Mm.
If that's what they want, give it to them.
So entertaining.
Okay.
Entertainment.
Well, let's say.
Hours of entertainment.
Let's say we are live now.
We
There
are
we go.
live now. We are live now.
Hashtag touching tips. How do I make that hashtag become an official hashtag?
I don't know.
How do you do that?
What are you talking about? Just put
Like,
the
when you-
number sign in front of it.
No, obviously
Put the
not
number
that.
sign in front of
That's
it.
not what I meant. I mean, when you type in a hashtag and you're typing it, and then it also fills because it's popular enough that other people are using it, and it knows what you want to type. Like, how do I get to that stage with touching tips?
I don't know. I'm
I'm not sure it can be done.
not sure either.
How long is this going to take? I got a stream to run, says Minus. Minus is going to take I don't know, an hour-ish? A little bit longer because we're doing lots of...
Start the stream. Everybody go
okay,
watch
we're
Minus the stream.
Out of here. Get lost.
Just stop.
Just put your link in the chat
Here.
and go,
We'll stop,
Minus.
we'll,
Just put your
we'll
link in the
stop
chat
it at
and go.
Decepticon.com, and that'll be the end of episode 12. We're done for tonight. Wrap it up.
Oh yeah, I forgot to plug again. Okay, so let's get plugging. Decepticon, have you plugged?
I'm just in.
You just did? Okay,
Listen
what's
to
my
music.
plug?
Check my music out.
My plug
Check his
is
Patreon.
Patreon. So if you want to join me on Patreon, support me that way, the link's in the description. But we also got that Discord set up. And we've got 30-ish people in there right now, which is kind of cool.
Go to the Discord. Sign up to the Discord.
Chat. It's free.
Firewall
Just go-
meetups.
Yeah. We can
Discuss
talk.
your things.
We can
Share your videos.
We can talk about our
Post
feelings.
dick pics. Whatever you
Talk
want to do.
about cute boys that we like, stuff
Whatever
like that.
you want to do.
No coffee tonight, I see, says Donnie.
No
nice.
coffee.
Did you eat any beets? Posted on
Beets.
Pornhub, says Germ.
No beats today.
I don't have a Pornhub account. I can't have that being
This
traced
is where
back to
it
me.
should be streaming. We should be streaming from Pornhub. This should be live from Pornhub.
We should. But we're not. Anyway, that's the plugin done. We happy with the plugin? We're happy with the plugin.
I'm done. Let's go.
Let's jump into
Start.
topic number 1. And topic number 1
Do
is
it.
about Dreams, Decepticon. This game, which I've said is one of my most anticipated games for 2019. And it's looking like it's not going to come out in 20... the early access is already out. It has been out for months.
Do you still think it'll be part of this headset or the new headset?
I think it'll be this headset. They've said
Yeah?
it. I
Yeah?
believe they've said
You
it.
think we'll get
But
it?
But they have said, 5XL is here. How's it going?
Oh, he ordered a pizza, Minus. That's a good idea.
Ooh.
That's a good idea, Minus.
Greasy. A grease ball pizza.
Oh, yeah, so greasy.
I'm used to the audio for this, didn't I? Yes, I did. Thank God. I'm always paranoid about playing the audio for them videos because I can't hear it myself. Smeggy needs squad mates. Hashtag Smeg. Hashtag Smeg.
Smeg Ryan.
Smeg Ryan.
Smeg Ryan.
Disgusting. You've ruined Meg Ryan for me now, Decepticon. Although I believe she's ruined herself with plastic surgery. Maybe.
Whoa.
I don't know. I haven't seen her in a long time, but, last time. I'm just saying,
Is this what you gossip about when you're getting your hair done?
This is what we dish. We spill the tea.
Like Meg Ryan,
We spill the tea in them Irish barbers.
Look how horrible she looks.
But yeah, that's a topic for another time, Decepticon.
Extra grease.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the slippiest, the slippiest.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, dreams. So there's a UK website called Shop2, where you can go. It's like an online vendor you can buy your games there and stuff like that. And they posted a tweet, which why didn't I do that? I should have clipped that and posted it up on the screen, but whatever. They posted up a tweet saying that Dreams is officially coming the 26th of February 2020, and then they quickly removed us. And if you're wondering why...
it.
Yeah. So if you're wondering why that's interesting, because you can get it right now in early access. But the interesting thing about that is that the developers did say that the PSVR support would be there day one. So that's the time frame where it should be there in February, no later than February. It might come sooner than that, Might come January.
I'm waiting.
Might come
I'm waiting.
next month.
People have been making some really cool shit with it too.
Shit, yeah. Can you imagine
Crazy
the horror games?
Stuff. Crazy stuff.
Can you imagine the horror games people could make with this?
Yeah.
Unlimited
Just cool
horror
stuff.
games.
I have some good ideas for music videos too.
Yukmouth B says you playing Firewall after this. Yukmouth B, I'm not playing Firewall after this.
Firewall.
I'm
Possibly.
sorry.
I might be down for some Firewall after this.
Maybe. I'm not gonna allow Decepticon to play Firewall after this if I'm not.
Whoa, alright. Then I'm not allowed.
He's not allowed. I'm sorry. Decepticon can't come out and play. He can't come out and play. I'm sorry. Important. How's it going, Important? She looks like Mickey Rourke. See, I didn't go that far, but I'm not going to disagree with it either. Gossip.
Rourke.
The goss.
Oh no.
The pumpkin goss, Donnie. But yeah, PSVR support for Dreams finally. February, it looks like. This could be wrong.
Lots of stuff coming out in February.
For whatever reason, they could have just got that wrong and tweeted it. But this is Shop2. They're kind of like a well-known, kind of well-respected UK retailer online. So it will be unusual for that to just be completely wrong. They did delete it fairly quick as well, which kind of adds to the validity of us, if you ask me. But yeah, who's thinking about this in the chat? Are y'all getting this? Y'all getting Dreams for that viewer spot? I've already got it because if you buy it now, it's like 30 quid.
Yeah.
But I've barely played it because obviously no viewer support.
I've barely touched it as well.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the VR.
You should mess around with the music in that, the tools.
I've been watching Clever Trev that used to watch and hang out in the channel.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
He makes a whole lot of stuff.
It's all
I've
Dreams?
been watching his stuff. Yeah, all Dream stuff.
I see.
And I've been saving a lot of his videos for tutorials later when VR support comes out.
Does he do like a lot of music?
He mixes both. Okay. It's like he'll make scenes and then have his music playing with the scene going in the background. It's kind of neat.
How much of a limitation do you think we're going to see on VR creations?
That's the thing. I hope none. That would be fantastic.
You think we'd just be able to like import what's already there, play whatever is already there?
Great.
That'd be crazy. Yep. There's no way that'll happen though, is there?
Don't know though. I don't know.
Like even in terms of like the way the camera works, because it's set up a certain way.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because it might be any of the third person might be just like God view, like Moss.
Important says no Dreams for me. I don't need 10,000 shitty games for the price of one. Important. There's gotta be at least one good game. I saw someone remade Wipeout.
That's some neat shit.
Somebody remade Wipeout. It looked really good.
And even like I said, to make music videos with it later will be cool.
Yeah.
Just to even have animations just for YouTube. I have something
intros, shit like
post.
That.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
David Smeggy says, wondering if Dreams VR will allow multiplayer, etc. They still haven't even added multiplayer into the flat version. I
That's
imagine.
probably a big if.
I imagine that will
They've
come.
always struggled with multi stuff too. Those guys, like Little Big Planet multiplayer, has always had problems
Has it?
forever and ever.
Like what kind of
Yes,
problems?
just anything connecting. Same type of like things that happen with firewall, early stage firewall.
Okay.
Like game would constantly
Disconnects.
crash. Constant connection problems. Constantly can't connect. I don't know if they've I'm sure they fixed tons of stuff by now.
Uh, but yeah, I like the idea. Like they've really kind of advertised that you can co-op create levels at the same time with someone. Like that would be really cool. I'd love to be able to do that with
Yeah.
VR, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Back in the day, kid I used to play with, we'd set up like robots. We'd build robots and have them battle,
Okay.
and that was it.
Which
It was
means
really fun.
in Little Big Planet.
Yes, in Little Big Planet.
Okay.
Yep.
I used to
Yep.
make penises, and I'd put rocket boosters on the penises, and
Same
I
thing,
try and
like
hang on
robots
to their
that shoot
penis for as
rockets
long as you
that's
can.
penis shaped. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was good stuff.
Well, that's fun.
Metal Gear Smegma coming to Dreams Day 1, says David Segerson. Disgusting, David Segerson. Seppi needs to have his cats dance to his music. Do you think he can animate some cats, Mr. Bits and Mr. Bobs? Can we get a Decepticon cat game?
Get a photo
Co-op.
shoot. You know?
Oh, come on. A co-op game. A VR co-op game called Mr. Bits and Mrs. Bobs, or whatever her name is, Bites. And to
Mrs.
control
Bobs.
both cats. And the objective of the game is to, like, Decepticon
Is that
standing
what
in
we're
the sitting
doing?
room. He's blind. He's playing the VR headsets, and you got to bite the ankles of Decepticon as he's playing
That's
VR.
not, that's
I don't care.
David
We're
Segerson.
implementing.
My
We're
cats don't
implementing
bite my
that. We're
ankles.
implementing that.
My
All right.
cats don't. My cats love me. No, my cats don't bite me.
Kojima gonna co-write for it, says David Segerson. And Ice Goddess Rukia says, "Y'all are gay." That's not like you, Rukia.
All are
Hurtful.
gay.
Hurtful comments from
Is
Rukia.
that dear Donnie? Is that dear
Could be.
Donnie?
Is that the real Rukia? And it is. She's got a wrench. She's got a wrench, so it's really her. How dare you, Rukia? I really like playing other people's levels in Little Big Planet, says 5XL. I've already enjoyed what I've seen in Dreams. Now, I will admit,
Planet games.
I will admit that the games aren't like polished. It's not like I'd go out and buy them, but it's cool just checking out these kind of cool ideas. And some of them are really like, there's that robot one. It's like black and white. Have you seen that one?
Yep.
That was really cool.
Crazy.
Even though it was like nothing, it was just walk from here to there.
Oh no, Dave! Look who showed up.
What's he saying?
Look who showed up. Look who just showed up.
Saying. I just want to say decisively that if anyone from Without Parole molested you, it was definitely me.
Oh no!
But I was probably drunk. Well, he apologized.
David Station.
He apologized. Finally,
The alcoholic.
finally, one of them apologized. 1 out of 3. You know, and we can put it to his drinking problem too. So at least he's got a reason.
Let's talk about it. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's sit him down and talk about this.
Well, hold on. After we talk
Stop
about
the show. No, we're not. Show's over. Let's talk about this.
Well, okay, let's do it. Let's break it out there. What,
No, show's back on. All
okay,
right,
fine.
let's
Germ
get
says,
down to business.
"Can you make anything you want, like a Without Parole rape simulator?" I should have read all that before I started reading this. I'm guessing
Man,
you can make
Demonetized.
anything you want, but if you can't publish anything you want. So if you publish a rape simulator, that's going to
you
get
can keep it.
taken
Well,
down.
I think you
But
can,
keep it for
save it
yourself.
for like yourself,
Yeah.
but then give it to you can publish it for your friends.
Oh, is that true?
I think you
You
can
sure
allow
about
others to like come to your level. You can
Okay.
like
I'm not sure
make
about
it
that.
private,
I know.
but allow you separate users to check it out.
I know you can
I think
make
so.
whatever you want for yourself, and as long as you don't publish it, at least publicly, then you're good. You can keep whatever perverted, fucking, disgusting shit that you make. He was probably dressed provocatively, says 5XL. You saw what I was wearing in the video. Sweatpants and a t-shirt. I mean, what do you want? Talking about holding on to penises, says Rukia. Oh, Rukia are like 2 hours behind. Don't need a sim. He's got the real thing, says David Segerson. Talking about the cats? Come to your
Who knows
levels,
what
says 5XL.
Segi's talking
Disgusting.
about? Who knows what Segi's talking about? Nobody knows.
What game do you want to see, Med, in Dreams? With viewer. Keep in mind, viewer.
I really don't have any. I just want to make that like instead of buying one of these paint games or sculpt games or anything, I
Yeah.
want this to be like that.
That's your
thing.
sculpt game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
Important says, who's going to police the publishing? Good question. I imagine you could, like, your stuff could get flagged by somebody who comes across us, and that's how they'd find us. I don't know if they have, like, I doubt they have someone going checking every single thing that gets
Probably.
med.
Yep, that's probably it. Too many people playing.
Germ says furry snuff game it is. All right. Well, that's the thing. You can make it for yourself, and then you can record yourself playing it, and you can share it that way. You know, like other people can't play it, but you can be like, "Hey, look what I made." The without parole rape sim, you don't need it. You got the real deal. Oh,
what's going on?
Finally, Minus. Finally, that's not a lava lamp.
Shit! God damn it!
You know,
I thought that would work. TV's small enough. I thought that would work.
Rukia says Pump's opening is already a rape sim. Rukia volatile today.
Whoa.
Volatile today. You
She's
can tone it
She's
down.
back on
Rukia.
sauce like me.
Don't talk
She's
about
back
my
on
openings.
sauce
Don't you
like
talk about
me.
my openings like that, Rukia. All right. But yeah, anything else we can say about Dreams?
None. Cut it off. End the
Cut it
topic.
off? Done?
End. Done. We're over it.
Let me bust out my list before we go
Doctor
to the
Who.
next one. Doctor Who?
Doctor Who. You played it.
All right, hold on a second. Let me get rid of Dreams first and pop up Doctor Who. There we go.
Get it together over there.
It's together. All right? It's together.
It ain't together.
Doctor Who by Meg's Theory. I've got a review up on the channel if you want to see my in-depth thoughts on this game. You can go ahead and check that out. But overall...
What you think about it? Sum it up.
I enjoyed it. And I'm not a Doctor Who fan, so I think that makes it a good game if you ask me. But very short. Very short game and an annoying movement speed. Super slow. So if you are someone who likes Doctor Who, then I think it's definitely
out of 10.
It's very easy to recommend it. For me, 7-ish.
Ooh,
7-ish.
all right. Okay. All right. Okay. All
for
right.
a Doctor Who fan,
all right.
I give that a 9 for a Doctor Who fan. You know, for someone who's valuing bang for buck, maybe a 5. You know, it depends on the type of person you are. I don't want to give just one score because...
Worth the watch, Minus says.
I don't
Worth the watch.
Minus says he's seen us. Oh, you saw the review. Thank you, Minus. And I saw your comment as well. I appreciate that. A 5XL says how short. There is puzzles, so it's going to depend on how intelligent you are. 5XL might take you many, many days to get through this game. But for the rest of us...
Years.
For the rest of us, it's just going to take a couple of hours. 2 to 3 hours.
Soup. There might be a soup board where you gotta like balance soup from one end to the other. I don't know.
No, you're not gonna get past that. Deej says, rumor has it, this is the place for news, reviews, and all the viewer information my little brain can process. You got it right, Deej. You got it right.
Dave Station's talking to the people in the chat. What's he doing?
Dave Station, because he knows it's the best PSVR podcast on YouTube.
He's trying to convert them. He's trying to convert them in the chat.
He's saying this is the only PSVR podcast on YouTube. That's what Dave Station is saying. He knows.
Don't let him.
He's disillusioned now. You know, he's sober. He sees clearly now for the first time. Your arch enemy is here. How's it going, your arch? 5XL says, fuck. Don't take that, Fixel. You'll take it, Fixel. Fixel will take it.
Minus is always cracking on Fixel about the soup.
Always with the soup. But, you know, brought on himself. Decepticon.
We ain't the one that dropped it. I know, you know?
I know you haven't played Doctor Who, Decepticon, but what do you think as like an observer? Is this something you're interested in?
Sale.
No one.
I'll buy it on sale. Sale.
What do you know? Do you know about Doctor Who? Like the TV show?
I don't watch it. No.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be big in America at all. Like it has like a fan base all over, but like it's not too big in America.
Them people that watch like the select group that watch the Third Rock and all the other silly things that, they're into the Doctor Who. They love that Doctor
says, you getting on tonight, Fix? You, Fixel, and David Smegma should get together, and you need a fourth. But Decepticon, you can be the fourth.
Yeah,
there you go. There's a squad. There's the squad.
I'm down. What time is it? 9:20? It's early.
Thank you, your arch enemy. I appreciate that. I believe he has seen us. He claims to have been intoxicated at the time, but he admitted to what he did. So I think that's the first step.
Your arch enemy. Don't listen to him.
It's the first step to recovery. Chicken soup dropping motherfucker.
See? You see it right back.
But yeah, that's Doctor Who. It's already out now. It is like what, $25 dues, and if you're in the
that's a bit steep. That's a bit steep.
It is a bit steep for 2 to 3 hours, but it's high quality. It's high quality.
It does look high quality.
I feel like I feel like it's understated that the visuals are really
being
good.
In that TARDIS?
Visuals are really good in this game.
Did you enjoy being in that TARDIS?
No, I didn't. But I don't have any attachment to the show. But like, I know a lot of other people I saw whose videos I watching get to the chopper. He's like a Doctor Who fan. So he was doing this thing where he was looking around the TARDIS, and he was like, oh, it's just a phone box. Then he was looking inside, there's a big room inside, and he was like, oh, like that's a big fanboy kind of moment if you're big into Doctor Who. I had no impact on me, but a neat trick, you know, but still.
A neat trick.
But the interior of the TARDIS itself is just like it's like, I don't know what it is. It looks like a bony hand or something like that. It's like that. I don't know. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's weird. Fixel is disloyal, says Minus. We all know that.
I want to let petrifying pumpkins explain.
I feel like the video itself explains what the beef is. You know, what needs to be explained.
What does need to be explained?
You know, it's all there.
It's all there.
The evidence is there. That's enough for Doctor Who, I think. Would you agree?
Done.
Then Cut it's time to talk about Contagion.
Shut it off.
Contagion, of course, is out now, Decepticon. Except, no, I don't think it's in Europe yet. They fucked it up somehow.
No, did they?
Yeah, like it has, unless it's out today.
It's still not in the store?
I didn't check. I know yesterday, though, it was like, whoops.
Oh my God.
I know we said it was coming, but, you know, whoopsie. But it is a lot harder to get a game out in Europe than it is in America because there's so many different countries and they all have to go through all these different processes. But it's kind of weird how this isn't standardized. Like every developer doesn't know about these things. It always seems to catch them by surprise, which is annoying. But I haven't played this game. I don't think you've played this game.
Nope.
They're not giving review codes to channels unless they have, I think, 5,000 subscribers. So that ruled me out. But I am interested in this. I've been watching other people's reviews and stuff like that, and I think the main complaint is controls. But other than that, it's fun.
Heard it's better than Arizona.
Better than Arizona, but it doesn't have co-op.
Doesn't have co-op. That is my one where I was like, I'll wait for sale then.
Okay, it's a sale. It's a sale.
No rush to get that. No reason.
Anyone with
a rush
in the chat playing this? What are they thinking in the chat?
What are they thinking? What are you guys thinking in the chat?
Anybody
playing this? Anybody down with this?
I watched the very end of Brian Paul streaming it yesterday, like his stream yesterday, not the end of the game.
He did not enjoy it.
He had a shotgun, and he was like trying to reload the shotgun. He was like, "What the fuck is this? This isn't fucking working." He's like,
he got frustrated a whole lot. Brian Paul, not so much.
Okay, divisive as Death Stranding. Deej says, "I'm sure Dane got a key?" ? Interesting. I applied for it on their website, the form that you gotta fill in.
You gotta get that cloud numbers up. You gotta get them numbers up.
Need more numbers.
You gotta get them numbers up.
Unless they've lowered the requirement.
Oh, you got it up though. It is 229 now.
There you go. For now. Someone's gonna unsubscribe now. It's still dropped back to 228. This game looks great, says Christopher Hart. Christopher Hart, how you doing? Breaking them hearts. Voidcat is here. How's it going, Voidcat? Meow meow motherfuckers, says Voidcat. And he says he's got GameCat in his name despite he knows what happened to me. And he's got the GameCat in the name, so that's hurtful. Interaction with the police, Dave. What?
I don't know. Dave Station.
Fair point. Okay, I've missed her. They've got a conversation going on there. I've missed it.
What's going on?
And somebody says it looks like Arizona Sunshine too, and I think I agree with that. I can't see their name. I'm sorry. Decepticon probably can, but he's not going to tell me because he's useless.
What? What's the matter?
Who wrote that is what I want to know.
Who? What?
Arizona Sunshine 2. Who said that?
Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie Bear. Okay.
Fozzie Bear.
There you go. Fozzie Bear, I agree with you.
Why
because it's gone up to the screen. Like there's a cutoff point. I don't see the chat that you're looking at. So I'm looking at this.
What is wrong with you?
I can't have too many windows open. All right. It's just too
distracting. Next topic.
Okay. We're done with this?
Next topic.
We're done. Goodbye, Contagion. Goodbye. You know, I talk more about you, but I didn't get a review code. Goodbye. Golem.
Oh, is that how that works?
Golem. That is how it works. I'm not talking about anything unless I get it for free from now on.
All right.
I'm entitled. I'm entitled now, okay? Dave Station says it's like Arizona Sunshine 0.5, so Dave Station's not a fan. Get roasted.
0.5. Jesus. All right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Golem. So, Decepticon, to my surprise,
looks surprisingly good.
But I saw Polish Paul just randomly streaming this, so I was like, whoa, somebody's got this. He had a physical version. I didn't want to watch all of it. I just skimmed through the video. I missed the live stream.
I was just clicking it and then closing it and then come back.
I wanted to check out the combat. So, but it looks like the combat looks really good. I know it looks like it's a slow mover, which is annoying, but
other slow mover.
At least you're a big stone man thing. So it makes sense.
I think it's only one move controller as well, which is interesting.
Oh, that's weird.
And you still move with that move controller and everything.
So
I don't know exactly
you're
how
not
that
holding a
works.
DualShock as well. You're just using the move by itself.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Deej says, I'm shocked. Looks like a
Good.
must buy. And Dave Station has streamed it too. Are you talking about Contagion or Golem? Golem? I think
They get all
Golem.
the games.
I keep saying
They
Golem,
get all the
though.
games over there.
Dave usually doesn't pull punches as 5XL. But yeah, this game was like teased for ages. It came out back when, like, there was revealed back when Project Morpheus was Project Morpheus and not PSVR. It was delayed so many times. Me and you have had our doubts about this game being any good at all, but it turns out it is good. You know,
it
turns out
good.
it's
Yeah.
pretty damn good. The visuals apparently look really good, and the
Zombie
combat.
heads. I saw that, Dave. I saw the zombie heads just disappearing.
They just disappear.
I was
GTA
thinking
3
maybe
style.
looked a little better in VR, but apparently not.
Disgusting.
Yeah, they just vanish. Heads just vanish.
Says Golem. I heard you can shag a golem, says Void Cav. Is that true? I doubt that very much. I'm pretty sure this is like a child-friendly game. But it doesn't look like there's even going to be blood in this game. You know, that kind of a thing. But how long is Golem? I've got lots of questions about Golem. I got to wait for it to come out before I can answer them myself. I don't think I'll be getting a review copy for this one either.
And it's not a day one purchase for me either.
Sean Simmons says Gamertag said the visuals and sound is great. What did Fixel say?
Something about the rudder.
The rudder?
The rudder? Something about the rudder.
Okay. Golem dating sim. Okay. So I guess you can have sex with a golem and golem. I'm looking forward to that part. Are you receiving or are you giving? You gotta lie down in Golem.
Talking about it.
Bend over. Just a prompt comes up on the screen. Bend over.
Oh shoot, Jimbo in the chat. Jimbo.
My precious, says Jimbo. How's it going, Jimbo? Welcome back. You can get a review code for Golem, dude. Can I? Just ask him.
Just ask people. You know, that's it.
I do ask them.
You're big enough.
I go to the websites, I fill in their forums, and I just get ignored.
Report spam. Report spam.
I go straight to junk. Straight to junk mail. But yeah, what can you do? What can I do? I'll try and get a code for this.
Absolutely nothing.
We will see.
Get the numbers up. That's what you gotta do.
Gotta pump them. Everyone subscribe to Petrifying Pumpkins right now. Use your bot accounts. Dave, use your bots.
Tweet, follow, put it on the Reddit, you know, post it in the sky, do whatever.
Golem seems pretty long because you move pretty slow, says guys. And yeah, is there a lot of exploration in the game? Or is it just moving from one area to another, fighting? Is there puzzles? Like, what's going on? I know there's combat, and the combat does look pretty cool.
It's just combat, but I don't know.
It's like you parry, and then the part of the body that you're supposed to hit kind of highlights, so you have to target that specific part, which is like interesting. I thought it was going to be very scripted kind of combat, which is kind of is scripted in a way, but it's a lot more dynamic than I expected.
A Dark Souls or a Bloodborne or something like that. Oh yeah. My god,
spicy. But yeah,
give me that.
You gotta move really fast for like a game like Bloodborne. How will that work?
Who knows?
5XL says I can't subscribe any further. I'm already subscribed. In that case, you gotta make 20,000 bot accounts. You know, don't be lazy. Don't be lazy, 5XL. I'm sick of your negative attitude. It's kind of a mix between open world and roguelike. Roguelike, interesting. I wasn't expecting that. So we're talking about replayability in here then.
Playability, lots of dying.
A lot of dying, huh?
Lots of frustration.
Okay. All right. I won't die. I'm too skilled to die in a game like this. But yeah, Golem. It's back on the radar. Yeah. It's back at. It's tickling my fancy.
Did you ever even finish Bloodborne?
Yeah, live on stream. Were you not there?
Did you finish the DLC?
No. Because you had to go back, like I didn't know. I'd have to start a new game to do that, though.
That's the real man's game,
which annoyed me.
Beat that first boss in the DLC, then come talk to me.
People talking too much, too fast. What's up with Apple VR? Important, you know we don't skip to topics like that. What are you talking about? Come on, although we can. Will we just skip to Apple VR after this now? You want to do that? I think we're done with
Petrifying Pumpkins.
I will use Petrifying Pumpkins. All right. Sounds like a Septi Saturday. I missed some comments there. They went by too fast. I think Dave said something about how there's lots of paths you can take and got them. So in that way, it's maybe like, is there some like random generation going on where like it's different paths when you die or something? Like, what makes it a roguelike? Isn't that what a roguelike is? It's different every time. Decepticon? No?
I mean, you learn from your mistakes. It gets harder, progression, the usual rogue things.
Okay.
But I didn't watch a stream long enough to figure it out.
Fair enough. Voidcat says
Didn't want to
Bloodborne
spoil it.
is just the shit, man, and I agree. I love Bloodborne. It was very difficult, but I enjoyed it in the end. You know what? We're not going to give in to pressure. We're just going to go with the schedule here, which means we're talking about your game. This game that you're pressured me into talking about.
Whoa!
Mini Motor X Decepticon. This is your topic. All right,
Mini
you take this.
Motor Racing.
Why are you
X.
making me talk about this? Why are you making?
Because it was another racer. It's another racer. It's the third racer that's coming out. It looks alright.
You talking about the?
I just think it looks interesting with the we got Dash Dash. What was the other one? Touring
carts, yeah. But this isn't a kart racer though, is it?
Well, you can go into the car view, and then it's basically a kart racer. I think there's power-ups and everything, just like the rest of them.
Oh, and this is... Hold on a sec. I think I got the note. I think you said it's coming out next month?
Next month sometime. Yep.
On PSVR?
No exact date. On PSVR.
Exact days.
Yep. Sometime next month.
Quote. When it comes to PSVR support, Mini Motor Racing X will have full support for VR and non-VR gameplay on PlayStation 4 with multiplayer cross-play between them. That's pretty cool. The game has been specifically redesigned and tuned for PlayStation VR, and if you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, will run at 90 frames per second in VR. Crossplay between VR and non-VR players will be enabled. Pretty sick. Sounds pretty sick, but is it going to be sick?
Sounds good.
There's no footage, there's no gameplay.
Who knows what any of these who knows who's going to be the king of the racers? What's going to be the racer to buy, 2 out of the 3?
Minus said a funny joke there. I enjoyed that. Minus. Nice one.
Disloyalty from Rogue. Always.
That's what a roguelike is.
Forever and
disloyal
ever.
Game.
Just disloyal.
I hear nothing but good things about Bloodborne, says Rukia. Yeah, it's like, could be a game of the generation, maybe contender. But yeah, so, touring carts, Dash Dash, and now this. All coming out maybe together-ish? Like, I feel like...
Yeah, I think they're all like, touring carts may come out in January, February.
Okay.
Is that next month, too?
That's the month after next month. It's pretty close.
Yep. They're all close, definitely.
To be announced. But at least Dash Dash and Touring have showed gameplay.
Oh, Jesus, not again.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Cal is back. How you doing, Cal? Thank you. Once again, we're taking a break.
Cal's the captain. You know what, Cal, take over the show. Take over the show. Away, Just Cal. Go ahead. I'm gonna back now. I'm gonna finish this.
God damn.
I'm gonna go get another beer.
Where's that alert? I still haven't made custom cow alerts. That's something I want to be doing.
That's a good idea. Get some moves.
Thank you very much. I'm the captain now, says Cow, and he's
Mr. Fat Stack, Daddy Fat Stacks.
Doing this. Dave Station says that's more money than Pumpkins deserves, but good show, says Dave Station. Dave Station getting salty. Dave Station with his bots. He's like, I've got all these bots, and Decepticon or Pumpkins has no bots. Well, how come Pumpkins is getting this money and I'm not? Well, Dave Station, the answer is you gotta have real subscribers. This is what real subscribers do. That's what happens. The bots don't give you $50, Dave. You're not gonna give them. Cow's gotta be petrified. PP donating to himself. That would be a good trick.
I get none of this money.
You think I've got $50?
He takes it off for himself. He puts it in that Duckburg vault, and then he's swimming in it later. I'm like, oh, look at him over there. He's swimming in his money.
Do you think he deserves some 5XL?
Who, me? I know he's got kids. You take them, feed them kids.
He does nothing.
Take care of them kids.
He does nothing. I prepare everything. I do everything around here. I ask him to Google one thing, and he's like, no, we'll just wing it. He's like, God damn you, Decepticon! I hate you so much. Even if I become a millionaire, I'll never give him anything. He doesn't deserve it. But Cow, thank you once again for your crazy generosity. I'm going to go follow you on Twitter. Yeah, please do. Please do.
I told you he's in that Duckburg vault.
I'll follow you back.
He's dipping, swimming, smiling.
The coins. I got coins in my
pants. Spitting them out of his mouth.
I might as well stream every week. Maybe I'll cobble enough money to get a good computer, says Rukia. Do it. Do it, Rukia.
Man, see? Look what I gotta deal
lava
with.
lamp.
Man.
I have a lava
See,
lamp
this is
right
what
here.
I gotta deal with.
Maybe I'll donate it to him.
And he's even got one. He
Yeah.
doesn't even have it on.
But it's like on the other side of the... I can't have it on the screen. You know? Cow, can I borrow $5 as 5XL? 5XL, aren't you like getting promoted every second day at work? What's going on here? You don't need money.
I need $5.
Dice don't need pumpkins. I love how Donnie communicates primarily in emojis. I'm understanding them. That's the language of the future. Donnie's got that 2040 language. You know? He's in the next generation. He's a time traveler.
Oh, man. Speaking that 2044 language.
Oh, Deej made a private donation.
Whoa, Dave Station with the $2.
David Station.
$2.
Donating the proper amount.
Sucking it up.
Give Decepticon half. YouTube's taking half, so you get 50 cents. You get 50 cents.
$2, I'll get 10 cents.
My TV is fucked. Shit just went black, says 5XL.
Now you're gonna get a TV like me, 5XL. See what you do.
Get that little calculator. Get that calculator TV up. All right, Mr. Cow and Mr. Dave Station, thank you for the generosity. But perhaps we should get on with the show.
I know. Are we even talking? Is this even a show?
Of course it is. This happens every week. So
we're
we're used to this now.
We're just babbling.
This is what it is.
Jimbo left long ago. Jimbo's here actually for like game news, and he's like, "This isn't game news." I hear this babbling all the time.
Every time he subscribes, every time he unsubscribes, every week.
Enough of this kid.
But yeah, that's all we gotta say about Mini Moser Racing X. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to this one. I feel like if it's just a month away, where's the gameplay? That's what I want to know.
What racer I'm looking for.
Where's the gameplay for this?
One of them. I want to play one of them. But which one? Which one's everyone gonna choose?
I think I'm getting review codes for Touring and Dash. So I'll be trying those out. Jimbo's falling asleep. Jimbo's falling asleep. I'm sorry, Jimbo. Do a dance. And Cow's gone. Cow, thank you very much once again for your generosity, and God bless, or whatever it is you believe in. Bless you. Thank you. Bless him.
Please?
Bless him. Maybe.
All right.
Goodbye. Everyone say goodbye to Cow.
Goodbye, Cow.
Bye, Cow.
Bye. So long.
You can still play flat in your PSVR, says Geisen. This is true. You don't need televisions anymore.
Don't need TVs?
Go away. Now we're talking about Pray. Pray to God, Decepticon, that this multiplayer mode that's coming to PC VR will also come to PS.
Jim would like this. Jim likes this news. This is some Jim news.
You like
Jim
this?
would like this news. Yeah.
You like this, Jim?
Pray multiplayer. Oh yeah, give me that. That would be nice. That would be nice.
So basically, Pray 2. They already got the multiplayer or VR mode on the PC version of Prey, but now it's coming to a new mode where it's like basically prop hunt. I can't remember what the name of the mode is. Is it Moon something? Basically, there's like everyone's playing as these little mimic spiders, and they can turn into different objects in the map.
And so one you're player, the spider?
Yeah, but one player is like hunting them down.
So
that would be perfect in VR. Like,
that sounds so fun.
Basically prop hunt. But no word on this coming to PSVR. Did I have a note? I think I had something. Bear with me momentarily. Okay, so Upload Viewer reached out for contact with Bethesda, but they haven't heard anything back. That's what we know so far. But it is Bethesda. Bethesda have done right by PSVR in the past with Skyrim.
The Bethesda login is broken and I can't play Prey. Interesting.
Disgusting.
I've tried many times. Interesting.
So you thought he was going to enjoy this, but in fact, it's a reminder.
This is the worst news.
Painful. This is painful for Jimbo right now. I'm sorry about this, Jimbo. It's his fault, not mine. Prey has a VR game multiplayer. Says your arch enemy. I think this is like it's adding another mode. I know there's already some kind of VR thing.
Yeah, there's like where you can walk around the office and
something
shit.
Like
you can,
that.
Like, look at things.
Dave Station says pretty sure that
cool.
Prey VR multiplayer was supposed to come to PSVR months ago.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That could be spicy then. That means maybe.
Does that mean it's cancelled?
It's a maybe.
It could be cancelled. It's not necessarily a good thing. It's already out on PSVR. I bought it a while ago. What?
No. The Prey, the PSVR part of Prey. There is a PSVR part.
Is there?
Yes.
I did not know that. What
It's
is
short.
it?
It's just where you can just walk around. That's what I was just talking
Oh,
about.
so
You
it's
can
trash.
walk around the office and look at things.
But it's not actual proper gameplay. Like,
it's not proper gameplay.
Okay, so that's
no.
The Mimic thing was. I think that was
I
probably.
wish it was.
It was supposed to come to PC VR like a lot longer. Like it's taken ages, but it's just come now. I think it's out on PC, so hopefully it'll come to us. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I'd like to. Sounds fun.
TVs are cheap during this time, so you can get a new one, says Geisen. Yeah,
get it.
So.
It's still on the TV thing.
Stop fucking dropping soup. If you stop dropping the soup, you might get paid.
Or just don't even. You don't need a TV. I don't need a TV. I don't watch TV.
I will never buy a Bethesda or EA game again. Both toxic company. That's a good point, Deej. Bethesda have certainly. Well, since Fallout 76 in particular, they've really shit the bed in terms of like PR and their goodwill, and people are like, fuck Bethesda. Like, as if they're as bad as EA. I don't think they're as bad as EA, but they're like on the way to becoming as bad as EA.
Yeah, they're one of them companies. Nickel and diamond.
But still, like, I love Skyrim VR. I was delighted
doing
that they did that.
shady things. Skyrim VR is so good.
But
yep.
Then when I think back at like Hello Games, No Man's Sky, they just added VR for free in that. Whereas Skyrim VR is like, yeah, you know what? Buy the full game. It's
for
five.
The 8th time
it's
for
fucking 6 years old or whatever it was.
I've never played any of it until VR. I'm so glad.
Yeah, but still.
Because I would have been one of those people that would have bought it like 8 times in a row.
And the what? Wolfenstein Cyber Pilot? That's Bethesda 2, wasn't it? Like, so they have been showing love for VR. Fallout 4 on the PC VR as well, even though that was supposed to be
that's Jedi Fallen Order. I've been hearing things about that.
I bought it and I really
all
like
the
it.
things.
I don't blame you for waiting. That's racist 5XL. Even though EA sucks, Jedi Fallen Order looks very
that Jedi
good.
Fallen Order looks good.
It's like Uncharted mixed with Star Wars.
I don't like Star Wars either.
I don't like it,
good.
Yeah.
It looks very Dark Soul-y.
But yeah. I don't think I'd be able to resist this if it came to PSVR. Like I wouldn't be able to like stand behind my principles and say, you know what, fuck Bethesda.
Right.
Because of what they did to 76, Fallout 76. I'd be like, this is a PSVR game. I want to support PSVR. I need to support PSVR, especially when a AAA company like this is like showing some love, even if they are.
Just more multiplayer things. Just more multiplayer fun things.
As Goddess Rukia says, Dishonored VR would please me. That's one game I've never played, but I feel like I should play. Cyberpilot was trash, says David Segerson. True.
A lot of people didn't like it.
It's like, at least they're trying, you know? It's better than not making any games, which is what most of the AAA fucking developers are doing. Publishers, whatever you want to call them. Are people mad at Bethesda, the publisher, or are they mad at Bethesda, the developer? Or both?
I don't know who they're mad at. I think they're mad at Bethesda altogether.
Just in general, all of Bethesda.
Just in general, okay. Yep.
We move away from Prey right now, and we move on to the next topic, which is Apple. Who was waiting for this? Important was waiting for this.
Important.
Let me bust out my notes again, just for you, Important. Okay. So, Apple VR. It looks like Apple are making plans, like it's all early stage, rumors, whatever, for both a VR and AR device. Now, it could be 2 different devices, or like one device that it's capable of both. They're aiming for a 2022 release, and it's going to be something that's competing with Quest. Apparently, it's been described as a Quest competitor. But by the time 2022 comes around, you imagine it's going to be a lot more powerful than the Quest.
There's going to be all kinds of things out by then.
Yeah, you'd imagine PSVR 2 is going to be knocking around that ballpark
Who
as
knows?
well. Like, you know, it could be that year even. But yeah, Apple. I think this is good. Like, whatever you think about Apple, if
they're
they're
putting
shit
their hand in the game. Yep.
And more companies, more competition, the better.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. That'll only grow the competition.
Of course, it all depends on how much they actually like. Is it just going to be like, oh, we'll dabble our toes, we're going to dip our toe in this,
cheap shit,
or are we going to go give it a proper attempt?
They'll probably give it a proper. By now, you know what I mean. Companies know that that's what people want.
David Segerson says, if you take a dump and put it in VR, is it really counted as trying? Says David Segerson.
But then it's a dump in VR, it'd be cooler.
Yeah. It's cooler than a normal dump, David Segerson. And if I buy it, it may lead to better games, you know? You know what I'm saying? An apple a day, says Donnie. Using
Yo,
an emoji question
got
mark.
another update. I'm so sick of hearing about this.
I like my quest.
It's like another weapon and another map. Another weapon and another map.
Just get a quest, Decepticon.
Just
get
one. For Sorrento, that's it.
Just for Sorrento, yeah. Sorrento in a box. But yeah, Apple VR headset. You'd imagine it'll be the most expensive it can possibly be for whatever it is, because it's Apple. It'll probably look sleek.
It'll probably look cool too, yeah, but it'll probably be stupid expensive, overpriced.
How's it going, Jackpot? Welcome. And Germ says there needs to be an AR app that lets you have custom avatars for all of your contacts. An AR. Oh, are you talking about like a phone type contacts?
Be cool.
Like what kind of contacts do you mean? As in like you can see people standing in front of you?
That'd be real cool.
And you tap on them or something and then like rings them or what?
That'd be wild.
Rocket launchers is 5XL. Don't know what that's about. Germ says minus.
Mr. Jack.
But yeah, Apple. More companies the better. That's what I say. As long as they're.
Yep.
As long as they're.
That'll grow the business.
As long as they make sincere attempts and not just like, oh, we tried. We did this little shitty thing. We tried that and it didn't work, so that means VR is a failure.
If it's by 2020, I think that's going to be some serious shit.
2022.
2022.
2020 is like in 2 days, you know. So don't worry about that. I was looking at the quest, says Donnie. Why you gotta put that in little quotation marks or apostrophes? What are those symbols called, Decepticon?
What?
Air quotes.
Little quotes, little quotation mark.
I think like the double ones are the quotes. I don't know.
What are they?
More like glasses, says Jerm. Remember Google Glass? What happened to Google Glass?
Eddie Spears. They were talking about that. There's a new one. What's that called? Leap something?
Oh, is that the new glass?
Well, there's like a part 2 version of it coming out soon.
Okay. Ed Spears, it's lovely to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
But there's still like, apparently that's still like working on
prototypes, all that kind of shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Jimbo says,
cool, though.
Looks super cool. Want to give my money to any of these companies, though, says Jimbo. You don't like the apples, Jimbo?
The apples? They'll be too expensive anyway.
They should make Rocket League first person and put it in VR. Can you imagine how many people get sick in Rocket League in VR? I wouldn't, but you would.
It'd be cool. It'd be fun.
Yeah. We're done with this topic, so let's move on to Sony. This guy here, if you're wondering why I've put an elderly gentleman on the screen, his name is Jim Ryan, and he's another Seamus. Seamus Ryan, we'll call him. And he's the new dog in town in terms of the top dog at Sony. So you might remember there's a lot, well, like the past 2-3 months, there's been lots of changes going on with PlayStation leadership. So Sean Layden stepped down under mysterious circumstances. He still hasn't talked about it since properly. He made like one tweet, which is like, goodbye.
Doesn't sound very
Normally
good.
it's a big fucking press conference statement and all this kind of shit, and he like introduces the follow-up. But yeah, and who else got changed around? Shuhei Yoshida, I think he was president of Worldwide Studios or something like that. He's moved over to like independent stuff, so I imagine he's going to be a lot more involved in VR stuff. So it's like third party and independent and stuff like that. I imagine VR falls under that independent type stuff. And then Herman Hulst, who is the head of Guerrilla Games. They make like Horizon, Killzone, that stuff. He's been promoted to where Shuhei Yoshida was, so he's like got a big promotion there. But yeah, this is all under the leadership of this guy here, who is Jim Ryan. And Jim Ryan gave an interview recently with Biz. Oh, what's the name? GameIndustry.biz, I think is the name of the website. So he said, PlayStation has been experimenting in new business areas for a while. In VR, for instance, PlayStation is the market leader. And although the number of announced Sony-developed VR titles has slowed, Ryan says that the company remains committed to the category with big offers planned around Black Friday and Christmas. Do you believe, Jim Ryan, do you believe that Sony are committed to PSVR, or do you think these shakeups, these new changes in leadership is going to negatively impact? Like, is someone going to say, you know what, this PSVR stuff...
Opinions. Depends on their opinions.
Do we like this guy? Do we like this guy for VR?
I don't know.
This is the guy for reference.
But I still think at this point in the game, like all the companies know, like people want VR. There's a drive for it.
Yeah, but
Yep.
it's not taken up as quickly as people
No, it's just
expected.
not a rocket. It's not a rocket takeoff.
Like look at.
I think it's still price and still like people. I think the phone VR shit fucked the whole game up.
Yeah.
That
VR. I think Microsoft as
whole.
well. Like they advertised the Scorpios having
Yep.
high fidelity VR,
Yep.
and then at the last minute they're like,
Yep.
after it came out, even. So people bought that thing expecting VR, and they're like, you know what? No, we're not doing VR anymore.
The AR thing that Microsoft had too that we were just talking about. It had like the Minecraft table.
Yeah, HoloLens. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yep.
Like they've dropped that too, have they? Or it's like ridiculously expensive?
Well, that's got the part 2. The HoloLens part 2.
I see. Deech says he believes in Jim, but I just want to say about Jim, this guy, you might remember him as, remember back when Sony were being kind of pressured into introducing crossplay in their games so that like people on Xbox could play with people on PS4 or whatever, and Microsoft were like, well, it's up to Sony, or it's in Sony's court. This guy was like, well, we would do it, but we have to think of the children. That was his kind of excuse about it, which was like just a big bullshit kind of excuse, really. I would have liked it a lot more if he just said, well, it would be better business for us not to do this. At least I would be honest, because it's not for the kids, you know?
Let's just all believe in Jim until he doesn't do the thing, you know? And then let's get him out of there. And then we'll pick at the things and get him out.
But the only thing as well is I'm worried about, why did Sean Layden like just drop out like that?
I don't know. That could have been something inside.
Did Jim do that? Is it because Jim's been appointed?
Snakes is the snakes.
I don't know what it is. I'm a little bit worried about the leadership at Sony right now. I'm hoping they stick to the PSVR promotion, if you know what I mean. HoloLens is fucking expensive, says 5XL exactly. STWUU, what does that mean?
Jimbo doesn't trust him. Jim doesn't trust Jim.
Jim doesn't trust big companies. Men in suits.
He don't trust them.
Time to upgrade people.
Face. He doesn't trust that face.
I'd say the majority of the gaming community shit on VR for the most part. I agree with that. Like if you go to VR games, like YouTube channels, let's say PlayStation promotes a VR game on their YouTube channel, go to the comments. It's like, oh, I was interested in this until I saw it was VR, and then it's got like loads of upvotes and all this kind of stuff. So VR has a long way to go in like winning people over, winning the average man over, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Yeah.
So it might be considered too much. Maybe Jim Ryan's looking at these comments and he's saying, you know what, fuck this VR. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. I hope not.
I think that's silly. That's a silly move.
Well, look, he's in this comment I quoted there from that article. It's like he's okay. We're still committed to it, but he's going to say that anyway because they still need to sell them for Black Friday and stuff like that. He's not going to say, you know what, we'll see. He's going to say we're committed. But right now, I feel like we need to see. Well, I feel like we need to wait for next gen. We need to see what if they're pushing PSVR 2, and what they do with the PSVR 1, with the PS5. A lot of big changes at Sony. It is suspect, says Donnie. It is suspect.
And that too. I think when that also takes off, when second gen takes off, and it looks a whole lot better, I think more people will definitely be like, ooh,
yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I hope so.
Better. You'll get better games too.
Germ says they better show they're all in, or I might have to weigh my next gen options.
Yep, I'm doing the same thing.
That's fair enough.
I'm waiting.
I'm probably gonna stick with PlayStation because
I'd like to totally stick with PlayStation.
If I go PC, that means I gotta have a big beefy.
We gotta change the whole thing up. Yeah.
Yep. Your arch enemy says, I think it's because people nowadays are too lazy to lift their arms to play a game. People will quote the fact that you need to put on a headset, just the fact of like putting that on, that's too much effort.
Right.
For a lot of people. Or they leave it under their TVs and it's like, oh, I gotta stand up, I gotta walk all the way to the TV, I gotta put it on my head, and I have to sit back down again.
It's routine. Basically, it's routine now for me. Yeah. If I want a game, that's just how. That's it.
Just stick it on my head.
I don't mind it. I don't care. Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Beep, boop, boop.
Yep.
I'm sticking with Sony, says 5XO. Christopher Hart, I'm guessing he's going to go to Xbox.
Never.
I don't think he's here anymore.
Never. How dare you?
But yeah. This is just something kind of... Just keep your eye on this. Keep your eye on all these changes that's going on with Sony. See how it impacts... Like, because it's a interesting time as well. We're at the end of PS4. We're going into PS5. Will these changes in leadership fuck things up? Germ says rumors are the next Xbox will support some kind of PC headsets. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't think Microsoft wants to go in all in themselves and making their own one, but they want to play it safe.
They'll just support. Yep, yeah, it makes sense.
That's it. They're keeping their options open. People complain about the setup. Exactly. And the setup isn't that hard. But yeah. We ready for our next topic, Giuseppe?
Keep going.
All right. It's flat. We're already at the flat topic.
Keep going.
We're already at the flat topic. My flat topic is, of course, I've been playing Death Stranding. As you know.
This Death Stranding.
As you know, I've put maybe 25 hours in so far, Death Stranding. I'm a big fan of Kojima games, big fan of Metal Gear Solid, and I've been looking at all these reviews, like lots of 10s and also a few 3s and like 6s and stuff like that. It's kind of all over the place. But I would be in the camp who really enjoys this game. Even though...
10? A 10 out of 10?
Well, I'm only 25 hours in. I got to play the whole thing.
9 out of 10?
I got to play the whole thing. But the parts that people were complaining about in the reviews, they were saying the first 10 hours, that was like the most boring thing. I was like, no, that was very enjoyable for me.
All right.
So,
okay.
I'm guessing I'm going to be leaning towards a 9 or a 10 by the end. Because it's only getting better. Like, what you say?
You're hooked.
I'm addicted, yeah. It's got like that gameplay loop that keeps me coming back for more. Deej says, why didn't you stream DS? I would have watched for sure. I was thinking about it, Deej, but I just felt like...
Maybe now that you're late into the game, maybe now would be a good time.
You think? Well...
Stream like an hour of playing?
I don't know. I'm just terrified of spoilers, Deej. Terrified. Even if I turn off the comments, I just feel... I know I'll look at the phone or I look at something and I'll just see like, oh, this guy was dead the whole time. Bruce Willis was dead the whole time, you know? That's kind of what's putting me off.
Morty is back. No, it's not, Germ. No, it isn't. It's never come back.
It is back.
No. No.
It's like 5 episodes, and then they're taking a break and another 5 episodes. Why does it take so long for them to make episodes of that show?
Who knows? I don't watch that show.
You love it. You really love it. Oh, you love it. So
no.
You got like that. I saw that Rick Sanchez plushie. It's on the right over there. The cat's sleeping.
That's Mr. T. It's a Mr. T plushie.
5XL wants to wait for a sale for Death Stranding. That's fair enough. But it's definitely completely unique. Rookie, a YouTuber named Dad Feels streams this. He was really funny.
Dad Feels. Well, he ain't as funny as us.
Your arch enemy, if that's a spoiler, I'll kill you.
You know what? Unsub.
I'll kill you, your arch enemy, if that's a spoiler. All right? Bruce Willis is the baby. Everyone's the baby.
He's the baby.
But
at the end, the baby's standing in the corner of the basement.
I had there was a cool segment I had with like a nightmare that your character has with the baby. I don't want to give it away, but it was really, I didn't see it coming. It blew me away.
It spooked you?
Huh?
Did it spook you?
It did spook me. Dave Station says, wow, you guys are still ass even though you haven't played any new VR games this week, says David Station, clearly unaware that I've played Doctor Who. Clearly uninformed,
he thinks
unaware.
He knows. He thinks he knows. He thinks he knows.
I hope you're not this uninformed on your podcast.
That's what he thinks.
Are you this uninformed on your podcast, David Station?
He thinks you're a nobody.
I hope you don't get it this wrong all the time. You know? Karen is the final boss, says Minus. Maybe.
Karen is the final boss. You
She's the final boss in real life.
Like that.
She's in the basement. She's facing the wall beside the baby. Imagine if they played some new shit, says 5XL. Nobody puts baby in the corner. So yeah, any flat thing you want to discuss, Decepticon? By the way, Germ, this whole flat thing is because of you, by the way. Just saying. So if anyone's not enjoying the flat segment...
I was listening to Donnell Rawlings and RZA on Joe Rogan before we started. That was real good. That was good.
Okay.
That's something flat.
Okay. You're enjoying that. That's fine. Kermat says, did you get Contagion Outbreak yet? No, I didn't. I was hoping I might get a review code, so I was waiting for that, but it looks like I'm going to have to buy it myself. Unfortunately, I got to wait. Are we done with flat?
Done.
Okay.
Over.
You know what that means. Over. You know what that means.
Oh shoot.
I'm gonna have to mute you because if I don't mute desktop, it echoes. So just gonna mute Decepticon for a bit while we go to the facts section.
Let me just read
777's comment first. Special edition Death Stranding is cool. They have a replica of the baby. I've seen that. It'd be cool to have that in the background. It lights up and everything. My first dreams level will be Karen in the basement, says Jimbo. Mascara running down her face. Influencer, says Jerem, exactly. Dave Station says flat screen segment is good. Death Stranding is the jam, and we should all talk about it. I agree, Dave Station. We should all talk about how people are trying to hurt Death Stranding with their hurtful lies, their deceptive snake fork-tongued speeches, and fucking slander about Hideo Kojima. Jealousy. That's what it is. Why are people so jealous of Hideo Kojima? Anyway, the Death Stranding DualShock 4 is sexy, says 5XL. I'm not sure about the colour. Kind of looks like piss. But I do like the see-through aspect to it. Anyway, let's get to the fax machine segment and we'll continue talking shit there.
It's that time again for questions and topics submitted by our viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have. Fax me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
He's back. Giuseppe is back. Is Decepticon pooping? Says Mass.
Nope.
That's our first question. Decepticon?
Nope.
No. Answer question.
Nope.
Answered. Nice
Nope.
job. Geisen says, I haven't touched Death Stranding. Yes. Got the collector's edition too. I'd love to get the collector's edition. Back in the day, back before Twins and stuff like that, I was getting all kinds of collector's editions and stuff. I had the Metal Gear Solid, like the arm, you know, that robot arm he has in 5. I've got that. It should look like piss. Half the game is about pissing. That is true, and you can turn your piss into weapons, which I like. This orange text is working against me now on this segment. I can't read. I can't read them anymore.
I like Jimbo's first dream level is going to be Karen in the basement.
I'm gonna refresh that for hopefully better color text. Yeah, Karen in the basement. It's gonna be a horror game, I'd hope. There's Karen now in the background reading the fax machine. Speaking of fax machine, this is the fax segment, so I should actually read out the questions that we got.
I don't think you didn't copy and paste them here. I don't know what they are.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Read them out. You gotta
I
read
will.
them
Of
out.
course I will. Relax.
All
I
right.
just have to get them. They're in 2 different places because we got Discord now, so you're able to put them in the
Karen
Discord
read
too.
them out.
5XL says, last collector's edition I got was Spider-Man. The statue is sick. Spider-Man was a great game.
Came with a statue?
A statue.
Jesus.
So we got 2 questions over here. So the first one is from Tradition, a man famous for a quality question.
Look at those fax machines. This is on faxes on faxes.
Minus loves the high quality production. Thank you, Minus. Matt says, what's Apple doing with VR? You answer that, Decepticon. I'm sick of talking about it. Sick of it, Matt. I've already talked about it.
What is Apple doing with VR? You know, they're making a VR headset. You know,
There
they're
you go.
doing it in a couple of years, 2022. You know, maybe you want to buy an overpriced white headset? Go ahead.
Dave Station says, oh wow, this reminds me of something. What's it remind you of, Dave Station?
What's it remind
Can't
you of?
place us.
What does it remind you of, Dave Station? Here we go.
Is he going to accuse us of stealing the
Here
ideas of
we go.
taking people's questions and read
Here we
them?
go
Did
again.
Dave Station invent that?
Here
He
we
must have
go
invented
again.
that. Is he an innovator? Tradition says, will Decepticon go straight back into another hair donation, or is it like a once a year thing? One for the hair segment of the show.
I don't know. Maybe. I hate waking up with long hair, though. I hate long hair. Having long hair.
Where is it? Tangled in knots?
Naughty.
You brushing it? You combing us every morning?
Combing it. You know, I hated doing all that. Just waking up in the morning when it's all on your face and you're sweating and you're all hot. It's the worst.
Weird.
The worst.
Weird. I hate waking up in the morning. Full stop.
But it depends. We'll see. It'll be the 4th time now. If I do it, it'll be my fourth donation.
Oh, JD Max is here. Welcome, JD Max. You have met us. He's got Game Cat in his
Max
name.
has made it at the very end of the show.
Oh, Sim Racing Cast. He's changed his name to Sim Racing Cast
Whoa, Sim Racing Cat.
as a
Whoa.
sign of protest.
Was that the same? Is
Sign
that the
of
same as
protest.
the Gamer Cat?
He's no longer a gamer cast. He's got nothing to do with without parole. You need
You
a
see
third
that Dave
person.
Station? That's one we've turned. That's one.
5XL says you need a third person that will only show the left side of his face if you want to copy them. You don't want to see that right side. Request. Can
So
you
we
play
need
the without
5XL.
parole? Is the enemy for Dave to see? It's hilarious. Dave has seen it, Matt. And I've played it at the beginning. I might play it again at the very end. We'll see. But I think I don't want it to get too drawn out.
Wear it out already.
It's going to be at the beginning of every Touch and Tips. Anyway, next one.
It's like a little commercial
It is.
block.
It's like the stream is starting soon. So something for you to watch, entertaining. Your arch enemy, or not your arch enemy, JD Max is addicted to sim racing. Anyway, your arch enemy says, before Firewall came out, you were the only person on YouTube talking about it. You were hopeful it would be great, and the game didn't disappoint. But what if it hadn't been any good? Do you think you'd still be on YouTube talking PSVR? Honestly, Firewall is the only game that gets me turning on my PSVR every night. Without Firewall, I doubt I'd be playing VR every night. I don't think I'd put in half as much time with VR if it wasn't for Firewall. There is no other game that makes me come back again and again. There's only so many times I can play Resident Evil 7.
Right.
Even in VR. I love Resident Evil 7, but I can't play that every night.
I do have a few games I gotta play. I do have there is a little bit of a backup of a library. I got like 2 or 3 games I still gotta play.
Exactly.
But yeah, Firewall is definitely keeping it like fresh.
As for my channel, my channel definitely wouldn't have as many subscribers or viewers as it does if it wasn't for Firewall. Would I be doing YouTube anyway? Maybe.
Wait a second.
I don't know.
Wait, did David Station personally come up with the concept of answering questions?
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
On?
How do we get a permit to use this idea? We'll buy it. We'll buy a permit. Show some respect to the Don. Mr.
Don
777.
Station.
Don Station. Don't play any viewer games anymore except Firewalls to 777. Haven't I seen you streaming stuff like Battle Wake and stuff like that?
777.
JD Max says, yeah, Pumpkin, but I really think Firewall's early success is thanks to all your early vids and no, I don't think so. I think there was a lot of other people like me who at the time was looking for Firewall content and couldn't find us. So I said, fuck it, I'll make it myself. And then that's how the views came, because there was so many other like-minded people who were hype about Firewall.
Well, we were playing Rec Room, and you were fucking yapping about Firewall then. And even then, I was like, I don't know what the fuck that game is. I don't know. I might play it. I'm waiting.
It took you like a month.
It
took you a month to buy it. How long? When did you get it? It wasn't day one.
I got it like maybe like 2 weeks after you got it. A week? No, it's longer. But yeah, I waited.
And I bet you regret waiting, Decepticon. You should have got that day one.
A little bit, yeah.
Should have got that day one.
Should have been a day one purchase.
JD Max says, I remember hearing you were the go-to for all things Firewall. And now I'm nothing.
He was talking about that shit when we were Rec Room. So that shit is old. Before
access. All I did was I was Googling articles and stuff like that and talking about them.
Before it was even a thing. Because I was even messing the name up.
But I couldn't understand why nobody else was talking about us, because I saw that gameplay that they showed off and I was like,
well, it was just because of all the games that were coming out at that moment. They weren't like.
But there was nothing else like that. Like people were like, I think Bravo Team hurt Firewall a lot. Like
yes,
people got burnt on Bravo Team and they're like, oh, we get burned on Firewall.
Because remember that one video that one guy AWOL posted where he's like, this is gonna be shit.
This is gonna be try. Yeah.
No one's gonna buy this.
That guy doesn't even do YouTube anymore.
Then you killed him.
It ruined him. Don't ever talk shit about Firewall. Don't ever talk shit about Firewall, or you'll get ended. Your channel will be ended. I remember Decepticon not playing on day one. I was there with you.
Yeah,
I remember that. David Station was there, stealing my subscribers.
And then I sent Pumpkin some messages. I was like, yo, I'm playing with Hess. You want to join? He was like, what? What?
How dare you? Why would Hess lower his standards? I couldn't believe it. Pumpkins got mentioned during the video game. No, that was during E3. That was the coolest shit ever. It was like day 3 of E3 and they were interviewing.
They shouted your name out.
They were interviewing Hess and
probably pushed
Adam
all over the table. You melted in the floor.
I couldn't believe it. It was at E3. It was at E3. That was class.
Yeah. Get up.
They were talking about their community. Oh, we got a great community, blah, blah, blah. And then Hess was like, oh, what's that guy? It's like Pumpkin, Petrifying Pumpkins or something like that. They didn't get my name right, I don't think, but it was close enough.
Next thing you know, you got Frank on, you're Petrifying Pumpkins.
Pumpkins, yeah. I was honestly thinking about doing videos on Firewalls as 5XL, but figured nobody would watch. Well, you blew it, 5XL. You could be here right now. This
be-
could be you. I'd be in the chat spilling soup. I'd be spilling soup.
Right now.
You know, I'd be spilling soup out there somewhere, and you'd be talking to Decepticon. I waited for Firewall 0 hour. Pre-ordered Best Buy ever, says Donnie. There you go. It's nice to reminisce about these early times. But yeah. Does that answer the question? I don't even know if that answers the question. We got sidetracked. Dave Station says, I did kind of lose my shit when he said your name on stage. That was the best moment of my life, Dave.
See, Dave Station knows. See, he knows.
Yeah,
they didn't say Dave Station, did they?
No, of course not. Of course not. Why would they? Why would they? You know? Why would anyone say that name? Why are we talking? Why are we even saying that name?
Questions. No. Mr. Invented Questions.
What's that Irish guy's name? Lol. Did they say Irish guy? I don't remember that.
I think
Maybe they
so.
did.
I think
Yeah?
I think Hess did say that. What's that Irish
What's
guy's
that fucking
name?
potato's
What's his
name?
name?
What was
Petrified
that?
Pumpkins.
Mac Spud or something like that. What is that? Laner says, I bought Firewall day one and talked all my buddies into getting us. We spent 6 hours in the lobby getting drunk and played 2 rounds. Laner, that sounds like a good memory to me. I remember making the first Firewall top moments video. I only made 3 of those. I should have kept going with them. Maybe I'll bring them back again. Anyway, back to the question.
Anyway.
Stop flating myself over here for 5 seconds.
Ego
I
trip.
think that answers the Arch. Well, his question: would I be on VR or would I be on YouTube if it wasn't for Firewall? I don't know. I might be making videos, but I wouldn't be like nobody be watching them. You know, I'd be like,
I don't know.
like you need to, like Firewall kind of got me noticed. If you know what I mean.
I think we're goofy enough, weird enough.
Maybe.
For people to watch.
We would have went full into Rec Room and we'd be in prison.
Well,
we'd be in prison right now. That's the alternate reality without Firewall.
If the Rec Room had continued,
we'd be in
you
prison.
would be in jail.
Yeah, big time. So our Firewall saved our lives, Decepticon. 5XL edited on that video too. I have to rewatch those. When's the next movie night? It's a good thing you said that, JDMX. I just noticed that YouTube removed that last one I did for that blocked content. They deleted it.
Big Screen comes out in January, so.
Ooh. Wait, not for PSVR though.
I'm pretty sure it does.
No, I don't believe you. Well, I'd love to
believe
you. I want to believe you.
I'm pretty sure it does. Like the end of January it comes out.
It's a possibility that my girlfriend will be going away this weekend. Not 100% sure yet.
Shoot. Uh-oh.
If that happens, there'll be a movie night.
Oh, shoot. Movie night
be
this
continuing
weekend.
his old podcast with Cousin Badger, I'm afraid not. What'd you say?
This soon?
Maybe. Her dad got a hip replacement. So she's got to take care of him for a little bit. He might actually be staying here for a couple of weeks, which will fuck me big time. But anyway. Discord. There's a couple of questions over on the Discord.
Missed a good one, Deej. What happened? You got more questions?
We got one from Tasuki of Flames, also known as Smeggy. Smegma, Suck, Eggy, David Segerson. He's got many names. Sega the Eggy, a man of many names. Okay. And many personalities, too. We believe he has 20 different personalities, all fighting for control. The movie Split was based off this man's life.
Johnny Ripop.
How's it going, Johnny Ripop?
What's
Welcome.
up?
Welcome. Rec Room Bandits, says Johnny.
Fuck is the racism?
Good question, Minus. It's been pretty clean today, hasn't it? Anyway, Tasuki asks, once the PS5 hits, do you think it's more likely we will start getting games like Fallout 4 and the titles we did not get from PCVR due to power limitations on PSVR? And also, do you think some developers who were turned off by the shortcomings of PSVR will take another look with the added power? I say yes to both.
Yeah, we were kind of just talking about that. Yeah. Yes to both as well.
Definitely Fallout 4, like Bethesda.
I think though, as soon as one happens and as soon as everyone buys it, I think that we're just going to see a flood of like redos.
Like the games that we've been wanting, like Blade and Sorcery.
All the things.
Blade and Sorcery.
Give me Bioshock.
Well,
I don't know about Blade and Sorcery.
Well, he's talking about PC games, like PC VR games.
Oh well, yeah. Well, they already Blood and Sorcery people already said like no. But
on PS5,
if we get new, then they'll probably be like, yes.
There's no way they're not going to release it on
correct
more powerful PlayStation hardware. Deej says, I might have a suggestion for the next movies night. I'll drop you a message on Twitter. Do it, Deej. Or do it on
Alright.
Discord.
Give
Are
us
you in
any
the Discord?
suggestions. Anybody give us
Wherever you
suggestions.
want. Maybe I'll make a channel for like movie suggestions in the Discord. People can just post like trash movies. Just make sure I won't get blocked on YouTube for playing it. Movie nights
5XL
you should
really
watch.
likes that
Deep
big screen on the
Throes.
Quest.
Deep Throes. I don't know if I want to watch Deep Throes. David Sigerson says, we will finally get Skyrim VR Special Edition for PS5. Oh man, they're going to re-release all these games. I can see GTA 5. I can see GTA 5 being VR, and they'll have the V for 5, and they'll just add a little aura beside it. I can already see it. So I'm in the future right now. I'm seeing the trailer for GTA 5 VR. It's definitely happening. We got one last question from the man Deej himself.
Oh,
so
shoot.
Deej, 1984, asks, when the next generation of console and headsets drop, do you think we will start seeing loot boxes and paywalls in VR games? Or do you think we will be safe as they try to grow the player base and not put people off? Interesting question.
I think we'll be safe because I think it's a lot of these developers are already people that have been long in the game to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they just know that we know. You know what I mean? Like, we're over that. We're over that.
I think loot boxes in general are going to be a thing of the past. Like, people know that they're a bad thing now. That it's a dirty word to have loot box, you know. So, but there'll still be other stuff.
There's still other
season
ways.
passes.
Yeah,
like,
there's still other ways.
Not season passes. What's the word? Battle passes. So we got that in Firewall. You know,
Minus doesn't enjoy Skyrim.
Fuck Skyrim. What's wrong with Skyrim, Minus? What's wrong with Skyrim? I love Skyrim.
So did I. I enjoyed it as well.
The archery in that game is top notch.
That was the first time I played it too. I didn't play it on the PC.
Yeah, that would have been nice for you. I played it in 2011 on PS3, and PS3 port was terrible. It was like the frame rate was like
5XL also didn't enjoy it.
Damn. I thought it was universally loved.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Well, I guess not. That's fine. No big deal.
Word dumb.
David Sagerson says, well, when GTA 5 added the first-person mode, it became made for VR exactly. They did all the interiors and all that stuff. It's good to go, you know. But will I buy? Well, of course I'll buy it again for VR. But I don't want to.
Queasy. Whoa! It made
also, it's a
queasy.
motion sickness issue.
Wait a second here.
Okay. So I didn't know you were a bitch.
I've heard other people talk about this too, and I had absolutely no problems with Skyrim, and that was like early too.
Yeah. Well, what were you teleporting?
No.
Quick turn?
I was. I was quick turn.
Maybe that's what it is.
But still, walking around. It's fun.
All right. Okay. Calm down.
Enjoyed it.
All right. That's it for the questions, which means that's it for this episode
the show.
Of Touching Tips. It's been a pleasure. It's been fantastic to read out your comments, your questions.
The cold sweats.
The meat sweats.
He's like, man,
the
I
soup
can't
sweats.
wait to play this Skyrim again. It's like, oh god damn. Oh shit.
Chicken soup sweats.
I can't swing the sword anymore. Chicken soup.
Jimbo says motion sickness will be off the charts with GTA 5.
Yeah, they're rolling and shit. They would have to take certain things out. But I mean, some people are completely immune. Some people doesn't bother anything.
Oh shit, is that Daniel Kitts? It is Daniel Kitts. I haven't seen you in ages. Welcome back, Daniel Kitts. Your name is very difficult to read with the purple. But yeah.
Whose comment did we
skip? The black guy's comment. And there's the rest of them. There you go. I don't know. How many? For all we know, everyone's black in the chat, Minus. You know?
Anyone.
Except for David Ferguson. I miss you already. Lads, it's been a pleasure. Yes, you can stream. Yes, you can. Hopefully you'll come back next week. Hopefully there will be one next week. I'm not 100% sure about the next couple of weeks. It might be a bit risky. There might be a little bit of a hiatus. I'll have to talk to Decepticon about this. In private.
What happened?
But yeah. Well, I'll talk about it now. Basically, my girlfriend's father's getting... he's had hip replacement surgery. And he wants to stay with us while he recovers. So I'm not sure if that could be... that could put a damper on it.
A wrench in the machine.
But on the bright side, I might get Death Stranding finished, you know? So yeah. I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you very much. Cow, thank you very much for that $50 dues. David Station for that huge $2. I'm going to split with Decepticon. Don't you worry about that. Another great one. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Poof. Everyone's poofing. I'm poofing too.